Welcome to the program. Just like this song says, this is Full Plate. My name is Rebecca Rainier, and I am so glad you're here. And joining me today is Dr. Nadim Khan, and he is here for a very important reason because of the time of year we're in, which is sports season. And at Great Smiles Family Dentistry, obviously you do the typical, every 6 months checkups, all that kind of stuff. But we really want to focus on when your kids play sports, keeping their mouth healthy, keeping them safe. So what are some of the issues when you've got kind of a sports kid or even marching band? Like I said, you can get hit with a trombone.
Right, that's right.
What are the things that you kind of counsel parents who've got kids that are doing those extracurriculars?
Well, Rebecca, this is the time of the year where everyone's going back to school, and when they do that, there's a lot of sports that are starting to take place, such as football, soccer, etc. So any contact sports are always a concern. And this is a time of the year where us dentists, especially also during the summertime, we see a lot of tooth injuries or teeth injuries or even lip injuries or facial injuries, and that's attributed to, unfortunately, playing sports without a mouth guard. So that's what we should talk about, is really wearing a custom fitted mouth guard.
So that's the first thing. Every mom of a kid that's played, from little kid karate. I remember that's the first time I ever saw a mouth guard, little kid karate, like 4-year-old karate,
Right,
where you're trying to cut it to fit. But it's these buy off the rack at the cheapo place, you stick it in hot water and put it in their mouth. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, that's better than nothing, but it's not really protecting the way we can be if we came to you.
It is better than nothing, but the American Dental Association says that over 200,000 dental injuries that occur can be avoided if you wear a custom-made mouth guard. So that's pretty big deal.
When you custom make this, so you're going to show there's a mold that happens?
So you come to our office, we take an impression of your mouth. So we take an exact, precise impression of your mouth, gets all the details of your teeth. We take a record of your opposing arch, the opposing mouth, and we take a record of your bite, and then we make a custom fitted mouth guard like this.
Okay.
And that not only protects your teeth, but it also protects the tissues around it, such as the gums, the bone, and it basically prevents your lips from getting cut when you're wearing a mouth guard like this.
And a lot of concussions, what it is, I mean, yeah, your head can hit, and that is scary enough, but what happens is their teeth smash into each other, and that is just as scary, and that causes the concussion possibly to even be a worse scenario for them.
Absolutely, and that could also have long-term ramifications. So concussions are really out there. People are talking about them. People are losing time playing sports. And having long-term brain injuries. So if you wear a mouth guard, a lot of times, if I can show you, a lot of times, like you said, when you get hit, your lower jaw will impact your upper teeth. So this mouth guard will help absorb that impact, number one. Number two, it helps stabilize the head and the neck. And then number three, it limits the movement when you get a direct hit to the jaw. So that really not only protects your teeth, but also protects the
jaw, so you don't break
and
the
also
jaw.
potential jaw fractures as well.
And we're not talking about, I mean, I had a football player and a wrestler and a marching bander, marcher, but we always had the custom mouth guard, and it was used. I mean, they needed it. We had different mouth injuries and different things that happen. But we're also talking, this can happen with soccer, this can happen. I mean, if you're playing a sport out there, there's a chance that you can hurt yourself, and this is serious. Concussion and mouth injury kind of go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, and wearing mouth guards, whether you're a professional athlete or travel sport or a high school athlete or even Little League, you should considerably invest in a mouth guard. They're not too expensive, and while wearing one, you can really cut down on dental injuries, which long-term will cut down on your dental bills.
Right. So
that's important.
All right, I was just saying those teeth will stay where they're supposed to stay, which is nicely in there. I mean, I had the mouth guard for the kids, and I'm going to tell you, as a parent, you think they're going to wear it, and then maybe they don't at practice, or they don't. I mean, you have headgear, they don't wear the headgear. I mean, you do all you do, and then stuff still happens. So when a child's teeth are injured, what do you do? Let's say a tooth is in the wrong spot. That actually, I was saying, did happen to one of my kids. It was the wrong direction, and he just pushed it back.
Right.
Was that right? Should he have not done that?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
If it's dislocated but still in the socket, you want to try to push it back into place. And once we push it back into place, we take x-rays, we make sure we got it in the right position, we have them bite down so we can assure that their bite is still nice and even. Then we like to splint the teeth together for about 4 to 6 weeks to make sure
that
there's
extra
no,
support.
Exactly.
Okay.
No movement. Now, unfortunately, with that trauma, sometimes the tooth will discolor as time goes on. Sometimes a root canal might be necessary, and unfortunately, sometimes you also may need a crown to enhance the color of the tooth or whitening.
So then the next level, what if you lose one? What if a tooth comes out?
That can be a scary
that's
proposition.
a scary thing.
Absolutely.
So what do you do? Or what do you advise? The school probably has trainers or what, but
Correct.
Sometimes these things just happen. What's the best scenario if a tooth falls out for preserving it, if you can?
Well, time is of the essence, and the magic number is 30 minutes or less to try to get that tooth back into the socket.
Okay.
So a lot of times, some schools will have emergency preservation kit, such as like a Hank's Balance solution, which is a really nice medium where you can put the tooth into that solution, and it'll help preserve the cells around that tooth so the reimplantation process can occur. That's the number one, the best solution out there. Number two, if you don't have that, cold milk is also really good.
I love cold milk. Most people have something like that around. That's a really good idea. And then get to the dentist.
Get to the dentist right away so we can reimplant the tooth. We can make sure it's cleaned properly. We don't want you to go in there and start scrubbing that root. Never do that. Otherwise, you can damage the cells that are on that tooth, on that root.
And then you can't reimplant.
And then it won't be able to well, you will be able to reimplant it. Unfortunately, it won't last long. The tooth may, unfortunately, be required to be extracted.
So, all right. So if you've got a kid out there and you're worried about keeping those teeth healthy, especially if you spent all this time getting them clean and getting them, the braces and all the things that you do, to get an appointment, the best plan is to go on the website. Is that right?
GreatSmilesFamilyDentistry.com.
Okay.
Reach us at our phone number.
And we can start that process of getting the mouth guard that's custom. And you can even put cool things, like you said. You can have logos or team things on there.
You can put your team colors, your mascot,
or scary
if you want to have
things.
something intimidating. Halloween is coming up. We can do all that. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate it. And again, don't forget that mouth safety. You think about the head, but this is a big part of it. So you will have a little bit more peace of mind as a mom if that's what you've got going out there on the field. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about some financial planning at different stages of your life or your kid's life that are very important. Don't go away.